Welcome back to the deep dive. We're here to, cut through the noise and really get you up to speed on the tech that's changing things fast. And AI, wow, it's moving at lightning speed. Sometimes I just find myself wondering, what can it actually do right now? So today we're tackling a question I bet you've thought about, especially with tools like ChatGPT. Can it really see what's happening online right now? Can it browse the live web beyond just its training data? It feels kind of futuristic, doesn't it? Our mission today is to unpack exactly that. We'll look at ChatGPT's browsing features as they stand in 2025, why this wasn't always possible, the hurdles, and what this means for you. We've dove into a really insightful blog post covering ChatGPT's browsing capabilities and where it might be headed. We're ready to share what we found.
Yeah, it's a fantastic question. And honestly, your curiosity is right on the money. The ability for AI to tap into real-time data, that's a huge leap. It changes everything. It shifts AI from being this incredibly smart but static library into something dynamic, interactive, truly relevant to the now. So we're going to break down how ChatGPT pulled this off and what it means practically.
All right, so let's get straight to it. That big question we started with. Can ChatGPT actually browse the live internet today? What's the final word?
The short answer, yes. A definite yes. As of 2025, the newer models think GPT 4.0, and what we expect from GPT 4.1 and GPT 5, they can access real-time info. They use a feature specifically called browsing.
Okay, browse.
Exactly. So it's not stuck with knowledge that might be months or even a couple of years old anymore. It can actively go out, fetch the latest data, check facts, pull up current sources. And this is really important for you to know, browsing isn't just on all the time.
Oh, okay.
It's usually a premium feature. You find it in the Pro or Enterprise versions, you typically have to specifically enable it.
So you choose to turn it on?
Precisely. It doesn't just wander the web constantly, you activate it. This gives you control, and frankly, it helps manage the computing power needed for live browsing.
Yeah.
There are solid reasons behind that setup.
That makes sense. It's a deliberate choice, not just open season on the web. But this is where I get really curious. If it's so powerful now, why didn't it always have this? What was stopping the earlier versions like GPT 3.5 or even the first GPT-4 from just hopping online? It seems like such an obvious next step.
It's a great point, and it really gets to the heart of the massive challenges involved, both technical and ethical ones. Our source material points to a few key reasons. First and foremost, security and control.
Mm-hmm.
The internet is, well, it's wild, right? It's vast, not curated, sometimes downright dangerous.
Yeah.
Just connecting an early-stage AI directly to that without really strong safeguards. Huge risk.
Yeah, I can see that.
Think about it inadvertently learning from and then spreading misinformation
Mm-hmm.
or linking to malware or harmful stuff. They needed to build an AI that could learn to spot new threats, subtle manipulation. It's a constant battle, keeping those safeguards up to date.
So security was paramount. What else?
Second big one, reliability issues. The web has amazing information, but also a ton of garbage. Unverified stuff, biased reporting, outright falsehoods. Early AI needed super sophisticated ways to figure out what was credible, how to prioritize accurate sources, cross-reference info, check domain reputations, all in real time. That's a massive data processing and verification challenge.
So judging the quality of information on the fly.
Exactly, at internet scale.
Mhm.
And third, and definitely not least, privacy concerns. This was huge from day one. They absolutely needed safeguards to prevent the AI from accidentally grabbing or exposing sensitive user data, or even just collecting personal info without clear consent while browsing. So they had to build things like data minimization, only using necessary data and anonymization techniques, kind of like creating a secure sandbox for the AI to explore the web in.
Wow. So it wasn't just flipping a switch. It was a massive undertaking in responsible AI development, building the guardrails before letting it loose. It sounds like they were solving the how to interact responsibly problem, not just the how to connect problem. That's a careful balancing act.
Precisely. A very fine line between capability and safety.
Okay, but now that those foundational safeguards are largely in place, let's get to the exciting stuff. What can this internet-connected ChatGPT do for you now when browsing is switched on? What does it look like day to day?
Oh, the possibilities just explode. When browsing is active, its usefulness goes way up. For example, it can fetch real-time information.
Like the latest news.
Exactly. The absolute latest headlines, current events happening right now, specific weather forecasts for your town today, livestock prices, crypto movements, even sports scores from games that just finished. It's finally free from that knowledge cutoff date. You get truly current answers.
That alone is pretty huge.
It is. And what's really revolutionary isn't just getting the news, it's how it can potentially synthesize different real-time data points, spotting emerging trends maybe faster than a human could sift through it all.
Like an early warning system?
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
An anticipatory intelligence layer. Plus, crucially, it can provide verified sources.
Ah, so you can check its work.
You got it. When it gives you information, it can often link directly to the articles, the research papers, the websites it used. That makes fact-checking easy and lets you dive deeper yourself if you want to.
That builds trust.
Fully. It can also really support research, pulling the most recent data for all sorts of fields. Think business analysts needing the latest market reports, or doctors looking for new treatment guidelines, or scientists needing the absolute latest findings.
So cutting down research time significantly.
Massively. And for everyday stuff, it can give live updates, things like flight delays, train schedules, hotel availability right now, or even recommendations for places nearby that are currently open.
Okay, that's super practical.
Totally. It just makes ChatGPT so much more dynamic, accurate, and, well, relevant than it was before, say, 2023.
Yeah, that's a world of difference. I mean, trying to track stock changes while reading news and checking reports yourself, ChatGPT becomes like a personal real-time research assistant. That's incredibly powerful. But you mentioned the evolution doesn't start there. Our sources talk about plugins and integrations. That sounds like another layer on top of just browsing. How is that different?
You're right. It's a key distinction. General browsing is like giving it eyes on the web. Plugins and custom GPTs. Those are more like giving it specialized tools or even hands to interact with specific things.
Okay, specialized tools.
Yeah, think of them like mini apps or dedicated connections.
Yeah.
They let ChatGPT talk directly to specific databases or applications in a much more focused way. Often, it's about taking action, not just finding information.
Taking action? How so?
Well, what's really interesting here, the big shift isn't just adding, say, a shopping plugin. It's the move from AI as a know-it-all to AI as an agent, something that can actually do tasks for you, streamlined workflows, almost like a digital assistant executing things.
Wow, okay. Give me some examples.
Sure. There are research plugins. These connect directly to specialized academic databases. Think PubMed for medical stuff or ArcSIF for physics and computer science papers.
So not just the general web.
Right. It becomes a super targeted research assistant, pulling and summarizing peer-reviewed articles, maybe even extracting data from PDFs within those databases. Very specific.
I can see that being useful.
Then you have e-commerce plugins. These could let ChatGPT search directly on Amazon or Shopify stores or travel sites like Kayak or Expedia. So instead of just finding reviews, it might help you find a specific product on Amazon, compare prices, maybe even book that flight or hotel directly through an integrated plugin.
Okay, that's moving towards doing things.
Exactly. And for work, there are business tools. Integrations with CRMs like Salesforce, project management tools, spreadsheets, analytics dashboards. This lets ChatGPT pull sales data for you, summarize complex reports, maybe even help draft emails or manage tasks right within your company's systems. A seamless workflow.
That idea of an AI agent is powerful. It's not just fetching info, it's potentially doing parts of your digital tasks. Sounds efficient, but it also brings up a question. Even with all this power and the careful development you mentioned, are there still catches? Things we need to watch out for when it's browsing or using plugins?
Oh, absolutely. It's definitely not a perfect system yet. The journey is ongoing, and there are real challenges we need to be aware of. Misinformation is still a huge one, a constant battle.
Right, the internet problem.
Exactly. The AI is designed to aim for accuracy, use good sources, but the sheer amount of stuff online, how fast it changes. Filtering out unreliable content, subtle bias, deepfakes, things that are just plain wrong. It's a continuous refinement process. It really raises the question, how do we and how does the AI ensure the info is genuinely trustworthy, not just popular or loud?
That's critical. What else?
Privacy remains a major focus. The systems are built to protect user data using things like anonymization, but anytime AI interacts widely with online information, especially potentially personal or company data via plugins, we need to be vigilant, both the developers and us users.
True. Constant vigilance.
Then there are the broader ethical concerns. A tool this powerful could, unfortunately, be misused for manipulation, spreading propaganda, other harmful things. So clear ethical guidelines, responsible use policies, and user awareness are vital. And finally, a practical point. Speed versus accuracy. Sometimes getting that live, verified web data just takes longer. Browsing, fetching, processing real-time info can be slower than ChatGPT, just generating an answer from its internal knowledge. If you need a quick brainstorm for, say, marketing slogans, Its internal knowledge might be faster than asking it to research current market sentiment, which needs that slower, more careful web check.
That's a really important trade-off to understand, speed or accuracy. And it highlights that even with browsing, our critical thinking is still essential. We can't just blindly trust everything, right? We need to understand the tool.
Precisely. You're still a pilot.
So thinking about all this, the power, the pitfalls, where does enabling browsing really shine? When should you, the user, definitely consider switching it on?
It shines brightest whenever you need information that is absolutely time-sensitive, fact-based, and current. That's the sweet spot. Our source highlights a few key areas, news and media, for instance, staying right on top of breaking headlines, global events as they happen. Browsing is perfect for that.
Okay, keeping current.
Finance and markets. If you're tracking stocks, crypto, market news that changes by the minute, you need real-time data. Browsing delivers that.
Essential for finance.
Healthcare. Think about accessing the very latest treatment guidelines, new research papers, clinical trial updates. Information currency is critical there. Education and research, too. Quickly summarizing the newest academic papers, legal rulings, scientific discoveries just published, browsing makes that efficient.
Cutting-edge info.
And just everyday travel and lifestyle. Getting real-time flight updates, train times, checking hotel availability for tonight, finding restaurants open now with tables, super practical uses.
Yeah, makes sense.
So basically, for any task where old information is useless or even risky, enabling browsing makes a massive difference. It becomes an indispensable, timely resource.
Okay, so investing, travel planning, staying current in fast-moving fields, browsing is pretty much a no-brainer there. But let's not forget the baseline. It's easy to get caught up in the new features. What about ChatGPT without browsing? It's still incredibly powerful, right? Where does it still offer huge value?
Absolutely crucial point. Even offline, just using its pre-trained knowledge, ChatGPT is still a beast. Its core strengths remain incredibly valuable. Think about content creation, generating blog posts, social media content, ad copies, stories, reports. It excels at synthesizing its vast internal knowledge into coherent, creative text.
Right, the creative partner.
Exactly. It's great for customer support, providing instant 247 answers to common questions, which frees up human agents for trickier issues. It's a fantastic learning aid. Breaking down complex subjects, explaining concepts simply, offering different viewpoints to help you learn.
Like a tutor.
Pretty much. And for getting unstuck. Brilliant for creative brainstorming, suggesting ideas for marketing, product names, plots, anything where you need a creative spark, drawing on patterns it'll learn from analyzing massive amounts of text.
Yeah, idea generation.
And let's not forget coding help. Assisting with writing code, finding bugs, optimizing scripts, explaining how code works across many languages, hugely helpful for developers.
So a whole suite of powerful uses even without the live web.
Definitely. It's all about using the right mode for the task at hand.
It really sounds like you have this amazing foundation, the deep knowledge, the creativity always there. And then you have this optional turbo boost, the real-time web access for when you specifically need current facts or actions. It's not really an either or choice, is it? It's about knowing when to use which strength to get the best result for what you need.
That's the perfect way to put it. Understanding both modes maximizes its value.
Okay, so let's wrap this up. We started this deep dive asking that fundamental question. Can ChatGPT actually browse the internet and know what's happening right now?
And we found a clear, yet nuanced answer. Yes, in 2025, models like GPT-4o, 4.1, GPT-5 can browse the live web, but typically you need a premium subscription, and you have to explicitly enable it. This capability is a game changer for tasks needing current, factual, time-sensitive information. However, its core, pre-trained intelligence is still incredibly powerful and often perfectly sufficient for creative work, brainstorming, learning, and general knowledge queries. The real key for you as the user is knowing when to activate browsing and why. It's about being smart with the tool, picking the right mode for your specific goal to get the most accurate and useful outcome.
Yeah, becoming a savvy AI user. This whole exploration, looking at how AI gets and uses information, it really points to an interesting future, doesn't it? Our sources suggest the real power ahead lies in combining everything, that deep internal knowledge AI has, its sophisticated reasoning skills, and this live data access, all working together.
That convergence is where things get really transformative.
Exactly. So the final thought for you to ponder. What does this convergence mean for your work, for how you learn, or even just how you find answers day to day in this super fast digital world? How are you going to engage with these tools, think critically about them, maybe even help shape how they evolve? It's an exciting time, and we encourage you to keep exploring, keep asking questions,